Hello everyone, I'm Rebecca Keppel. In today's video, I am talking all about the Tonic Studios kit Sweet Sorbet. A while ago, I asked for you to comment about kits that you would like to see me review, and several of you mentioned loving Tonic Studios kits, so I thought it was about time to give it a try. The great thing about Tonic Studios kits for international subscribers is that they also have a UK-based website, so I will be sure to link to both the US and UK sites down in the YouTube description box below. So let's take a look at Sweet Sorbet and all the amazing products that you can find inside. I did want to show you every single thing that comes in this kit because it is super jam-packed and it's really a lot of product for the price. So the first thing you'll see is the 6x6 Sweet Sorbet pattern paper pad, beautiful pastel colors. There's a full-size bottle of vintage drops in Lavender Fog. This is an exclusive color of those matte drops. There's a full-size bottle of Nuvo Shimmer powder in Lilac Waterfall, which is great for watercoloring. There's a mini cube of hybrid ink pad. It's blue mineral, and I love that these cubes snap closed. There's a full-size jar of candy hearts. This is part of the Sweet Sorbet Pure Sheen 4-pack as well as the Blue Sherbet Pure Sheen Glitter. So those are full sizes. It's normally in a 4-pack and you just get 2 random bottles. There's a mini glacier paste called Pixie Wings. Really pretty, like almost like a mousse. And there's a mini embossing powder called Happy Days, which is a really bright yellow. This is the Craft Kit wallet. You get an exclusive sticker inside. There's also the More Than Ice Cream stamp set, which has all these cute sentiments and a couple of images as well. I love all the cards and things that come inside because they give you great ideas. And there are 2 sheets of dies. One is for the ice cream and one is for the lolly. And again, just all of the inspiration that is included inside as well. You get 5 of the ice cream shakers and 5 of the lolly shakers. I love Tonic Studios specialty papers. That's their pearlescent in Princess Pink. You also get a sheet of mirror cardstock in soft amethyst, a pearlescent cardstock in blue cashmere, a classic cardstock in sugared lilac, and then this is called Pink Marshmallow, which is this beautiful specialty paper embossed with that design. You also get glitter cardstock called Sugar Crystal, tons of shine in that. And then you get a specialty cardstock called Miami Mint with that pattern on it and that beautiful shine. So that's really a ton of stuff in a kit. As far as I'm concerned, it is just packed full of goodness. Now that you've seen how jam-packed this kit is, I'm going to share some card inspiration. I tried to use every product at least once so that you can really see how they work. When I'm trying to figure out where to start with a kit, I kind of pull everything out and I just love the way it looked. Everything's sitting out. So we're going to start by doing each of the shakers. So we're going to start with the lolly shaker and I want to show you how you can cut out the lolly shape and then cut out that striped pattern. I decided to do it in the pink there and you can layer it on top of each other. So that's one way you can just use it like this. And I think it's super cute. There's a large lolly shape that then has the stick attached. So I am using a Copic marker to color the stick, kind of a wood color. So that's one way you could layer the large shape on top of this shape. I decided to just cut off the stick and then place it on a pink background. So everything, there are so many layers to these and you can just use them in so many different ways. For this shaker, I cut out the largest shape that has the stick. Then I cut out the medium shape, which is the little dots, and then I cut out that stripe shape to layer on top. So I've used some pattern paper from the kit. It's about 4 by 5 1/4, and I layered that over some white cardstock, layered the largest lolly shape over that. Now I'm going to put my medium lolly shape in the dot pattern paper over that. I'm just using tape runner to adhere everything down. And I'm going to use tape runner on this as well because the little stripes are thick enough that I don't need to take out my liquid glue, which you'll see later I do for something much smaller than this. But just a little bit of tape runner on this and then layer it on top. And I like using the stripes and the background in the same color so it looks consistent. Once that's done, I'm going to peel off the little protective layer on the shaker cup there and then leave it open on my desk. Then I'm going to pour the candy hearts in the center of the lolly. As long as you keep it in the center, you can really kind of fill this up. At first I was being a little cheap with those candy hearts, and then I decided to really go for it because I think they look really cute when they're just like filled with a bunch of those little tiny hearts, and they're pink, but they're also iridescent, as you can see there. So then you just need to line it up on top of that background shape there. Now, one thing I do in the next one that I didn't do here is really press down on the side. So you can see that some of those little guys are coming out. That was my fault. I didn't press down enough on those sides. Okay, I'm going to use the hybrid ink pad and a sentiment from the stamp set, and I am going to stamp it multiple times on white cardstock. This ink is a really pretty light blue, but if you stamp it multiple times, it's great for a sentiment. So I am going to use some foam squares to pop it up. These foam squares by Thermoweb and Gina K Designs are extra sticky, so they'll be perfect for sticking a cardstock sentiment down to that plastic front. Isn't that so cute? I love these colors. They're really great for spring or for going into summer and just dreaming about warm days and cool treats. So I used those vintage drops right around the sentiment as well, just for some additional embellishment. Okay, now let's make the other shaker, which is the ice cream shaker. So you can see there, I have the die out that's largest with the stick, then I'm cutting the medium die as well. And that's so that I can put it inside that shaker to create a two-toned ice cream shaker. They also have a little die that you can cut in embellishment for the stick. That's that little stripe you can see on the bottom there. So again, layering some pattern paper over that Miami Mint specialty cardstock, and then I have that Miami Mint for the inside of the shaker as well, and for this little accent for the stick. So here's where things start to get a little thin and tape runner wouldn't really work as well. So definitely some good liquid glue that you like to adhere these tiny die cuts down, or you could do what I normally do, which is that iCraft Easy Cut adhesive. Once again, I'm gonna this time use the glitter on the inside, and I was a little worried about it, but just put it right in the middle, then put that cap on top and really press down on all sides of that cap, and that's going to adhere it down to the paper. There's also a little die to create the ice cream drips, and there's a section of the clear plastic bubble that mimics that die. So I'm gonna put some liquid glue right on that plastic. Now this Ultra Bond that I'm using from Thermoweb is great for plastic, for paper, so you can use it to adhere one to the other. And look at that. So I'm shaking that glitter around and it is not coming out the side because I did it the right way this time. So I used the same ink but a different sentiment, and now I'm doing some vintage drops around the outside just for some embellishment. Still kind of a clean and simple card, but with all that glitter and shaker and dimension, you don't really need much more than that. Okay, so this is the smallest of the ice cream shapes. So you can see it comes there with that large, the medium, and then there's a small, and then you can cut out of the small that sentiment. So just cut two of the smalls, and then out of one of them, cut the sentiment. I am using that really, really fun special pink marshmallow specialty paper there as the background on top of some of that mirrored cardstock, and then the mirrored on top of the ice cream with the stick. And then I am putting some adhesive, some liquid adhesive on the back. I decided to cut it out in white because you couldn't see the pink on the purple as well. So, you know, just try different things, and if you feel like it's getting lost because it's so delicate, then cut it out in a different color. So for the mirrored cardstock, I added that little embellishment to the stick, and then these kind of are little flags like for a ribbon. So I cut both of them out of the mirrored cardstock, and I'm adhering those down with the liquid glue as well. And then I just decided to add some little stars. There's little star dies, cuts out the larger and the smaller star in one pass. So I cut out a bunch of them out of the mirrored cardstock for embellishment on this one. So much fun to create these cards. And then that vintage drop comes out really easily, almost as easily as the jewel drops do, which I love so much. It comes out very smooth, and it makes it easy to make nice rounded drops. Okay, this is the same idea for the lolly. So I cut out the smallest lolly out of that blue paper, and then this die, it has a little notch at the bottom. That's how you can tell you're lining it up the right way. So again, I just felt like it was getting lost, so I cut it out of black in the background, and that really pops. So I decided to layer it on an A2 piece of black cardstock. And I'm still going to use that glitter. So what I'm doing here is adhering down the 4 by 5 1/4 piece of pattern paper on black cardstock. Then I have the largest lolly with the stick. Then I have some glitter cardstock in the next size down of the lolly. Then the next size down, I used black. You can see that tiny little border there. Then use a liquid adhesive to adhere this sentiment layer, which is the smallest size, on the smallest size, which is the black. And it's so easy to do because it's all just die cutting and adhering, but it looks so cool. So once that is adhered down, I can go ahead and embellish the rest of the card. And I decided this time to put little dots all around that border on the outside, and then fill in those little areas of the stick as well. And I added some to the heart too. And just look at those drops. They're so cool that they dry matte rather than shiny. It's just something different. Okay, here's the shimmer powder. I've done another video with shimmer powder, and I'll link to that up in the right-hand corner here. It is so easy to use. You just tap it out on some paper and then spritz it with some water, and it does all the work. You don't have to mess with it, and then you just dry it, and check that out. I just love the look of these shimmer powders. I don't know why I haven't bought more. I'm definitely going to have to do that because they are just so much fun. Now, I did not use watercolor paper, so it curled a bit, but once I cut it out, it flattened back out. I'm cutting down just the bottom of that stick so I can cut it out of craft cardstock and layer it over my watercolored lolly there. This is another easy way to create the lolly stick instead of having to color it with a Copic marker. The dies come with this little face, and I just thought it was so cute. So it layered in black on top of that watercolor background. And then this stamp says, "You got this licked." And I thought that was adorable. So I am stamping it on the pink cardstock. I did double stamp this because I wanted it really black and clear and crisp. And then I'm going to cut it out with the smallest lolly shape there. And then I'm just going to cut a piece of stick out of craft. And now I'm layering pattern paper on the mirror. I'm going to pop up the watercolored lolly with the face on some foam tape. And then I'm going to adhere that stick so that it's not sticking out too much, because that's a really long stick for a tiny little lolly, but just adhere it to the back of that sentiment lolly and then pop that up on foam tape as well. So you've got the sentiment as a little lolly next to the little face with the lolly, which I just think is so much fun. I decided to get a little crazy. I had some extra pieces of that watercolor watercolor, so I added it to the bottom of that little lolly, and then I added a piece of the pattern paper with the dots to the top. And I just think that just adds a little extra something, not necessary, but I thought it was really, really cute with that large lolly. Again, I just can't get enough of these vintage drops. Again, they're so easy to use, and they just add that little extra dimension and pop of matte color. Okay, for this one, we're going to use the Glacier Mousse, and it is absolutely beautiful. It is a very easy to apply medium. I'm using a Tonic Studios spatula just to wipe it onto. I have 3 of the different ice cream drops die cut out of 3 different pattern papers. Well, actually this one we're working on in the middle is just cardstock. So I am going to create 3 different color ice creams, and I'm gonna have the ice cream drips be very extra special. So on the purple cardstock, I'm just gonna place the Glacier paste. On the blue pattern paper, I'm gonna put the Glacier paste down, and then I'm gonna use it to adhere some of the Blue Sherbet Pure Sheen glitter. I'm going to also put the Glacier paste on the pink pattern paper, and on this one, I'm going to use the candy hearts. But for the purple, I just keep adding layers and layers and layers to make it look almost like frosting or something. So this Glacier paste is slightly dimensional. It's very shiny, but it's also a paste, so it will adhere those things down. I'm going to use the little sun from the stamp set. I'm going to stamp it in Versamark ink on a piece of white cardstock and pour the Happy Days embossing powder on top and melt it with my heat tool. And I'm working on a piece of A2 cardstock that is horizontal. Again, I am going to put little craft sticks behind each of the pattern paper lollies, and I have them just barely coming out the bottom because these are the tiny lollies. And there's a stamp that is actually in an arc that fits right over the lolly that says "Have a Sweet Day," so I use that. I'm using the liquid glue that I've been using to adhere these down to the pattern paper lollies, and you can see each of them has a little extra special addition to it, which is super easy to do, but so much fun. I'm going to ink the edges of 2 of the clouds that cut. These clouds come with the die set. There's just so much in here. And this is just a really cute way to not use the shakers, but to continue to use all the products in the kit. I was super impressed with how much product came inside the Tonic Studios kit. If you've tried Tonic Studios kits before, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. If there are other kits that you'd like me to review, I'd love to hear about them as well. If you'd like to see card making kit reviews, card making product reviews, and card making techniques, please subscribe down below, and don't forget to hit the bell to be notified every time I have a new video available. As always, I want to thank you so much for spending time with me today. Please stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you again soon.